This overhand seemed to catch Adesanya off guard, but Imavov tried and failed to land this exact shot several times earlier in the fight. So why did it seem to come out of nowhere? Let's take a closer look. From orthodox, Adesanya's jab is dangerous as well as his outside leg kick, so Imavov has to be ready to catch the jab or check the outside leg kick at a moment's notice. But when Adesanya switches stances, suddenly his lead hand is now on the same side as Imavov's, so the jab isn't as big of a threat anymore, and neither is the outside leg kick. But all of a sudden, the body is more of a vulnerable target. So one of the reasons Imavov didn't defend this body kick in time is because in a split second, it went from a relatively safe target to a vulnerable target. That's the power of a stance switch. But there's a catch. Switching stances requires you to break your base. In a normal fight stance, one foot is placed in front of your center of mass and one behind. This optimizes you to move forward by pushing off the back foot and move backward by driving with the front foot. When your feet are square, it's easier to move side to side, but harder to move forward and backward. This means that while switching stances, there's a moment where your opponent can close distance a lot faster than you can retreat. Imavov tried to catch Adesanya with the overhand in round 1, but Adesanya was in a good fighting stance, so he could drive off of his front foot and create space before Imavov could reach the target. He tried it again 30 seconds later with the same result. But the third time he tried it, he waited for Adesanya to switch stances. See how Adesanya's lead foot is in the air? If that foot were planted on the ground in front of him, it would enable him to quickly move backward and get out of range. By the time it hit the ground, Imavov was already in the pocket and landed that devastating shot. So how do you switch stances? One thing you can do is create an angle. First, O'Malley takes a step out to his left. This is the moment where his base is broken, but instead of just stepping forward with his left foot to switch to orthodox, he loads his weight onto that foot so that he can quickly pop to his right. So if Vera tried to catch him with the right hand during the stance switch, he's a moving target and he's moving away from that shot. He can also attack while moving. After O'Malley lands his teep, instead of returning that leg back to his rear, he just steps all the way through into the opposite stance. It's much harder for his opponent to strike when he has to step into that teep. Now what happens when you attack and create an angle? O'Malley really loads up on a left cross from southpaw and exits out to his right. Cheeto had to defend the cross, then tried to counter with the right hand, but because of this extreme angle that O'Malley created, he's basically reaching across his body to try and land that punch. And all throughout that process, O'Malley switched from southpaw to orthodox.